Hey, what's up, peace, everybody? It's your boy Mine, aka SWAT, rocking here with Universal Brothers.
Yo.
Man, Skywalker in the back. This is our next session of Let's Build, but we're at a different location this time. We're at the Raw.
Alright.
So y'all let me know if you can hear our voice pretty good. We're using a laptop this time instead of going from the phone directly in his face. We're gonna try a different approach since we kind of chilling basically. But locations has changed. We are in a more, what's the word for? I wouldn't say suitable because the other place was suitable as well.
Yeah.
We're at home.
Comfortable. Quaint.
We're at the house.
Informal.
Very informal. At
the house.
The house. So y'all might see me go make something later, sandwich, I don't know. I get hungry real easy. He might get up and get some gummy worms or something.
Yeah. Some diddles.
Some diddles. Alright, but first of all, I'd like to say what's up to everybody. Peace, Carrie. Peace, Lisa. Peace, Mel. Big ups to Mel for doing, the promo for us and whatever.
Alright.
It was real hot. Let everybody know. Namaste, family. Word.
Alright.
Let me get this up so I can walk around and do what I do. Where's it at? Anyway, I figured out. Oh, there it is. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. Basically. Anyone got anything to say first and foremost? Shout outs. Neva, I know you're not on here yet, but peace. And I'm gonna mess up somebody's name later as usual. Let me know about the volume, man. How's the volume? Can y'all hear us pretty good? All right, great.
Word.
Screwed up, man.
Deserve.
Make sure they hear pretty clear. Got an incense burning. I love that smell. It's my last one from the States, so might as well use it.
It's a hood instance, yo.
Gas station.
Alright. So, greetings. All is well indeed. Thank y'all for being here. Always a pleasure to connect as one family here, expressing our divinity and glory here on the planet Earth. So, one family. I did take a small bit of notes, but sometimes notes can be distracting from what's being expressed and relayed intuitively. So I'll be very focused and present, and not necessarily rely on those. It was more so for a reference point for self. But at the end of the day, today's conversation or seminar and conversation will be about service and the nature of our presence here on planet Earth and shining the light of the divine. Once again, we're here at the Ra. Thanks once again for all participating and sharing their energy in this one collective. Once again, we open our hearts and bond as one as we commune here to express and share that which the divine heart space knows. I say quite often, there is no teaching here. This is more basically us sharing that which the divine heart space knows within the illusory experience, and connecting and allowing ourselves to expand, elevate, and evolve beyond the amnesia of being here on planet Earth. So much love to Universal Cafe and the God Moon for holding me down and making this possible today. Once again, a great pleasure to connect with you all. So, let's get the glasses off, kind of getting in the way. Take those off. So, service, let's get to it. It's the act of helping, doing the work for someone. That's the textbook definition of service, as we know it within this framework. However, what we speak of is a more refined sense of service when we speak of service to the light. And within the service that we speak of, we are speaking of that which is our purpose, as far as our incarnation and being here in human bodies on planet Earth. This is very big and monumental as far as our presence and being here. So let's just start with the foundation of service in a nutshell. The greatest service that we can provide here on planet Earth is a service within, a service to self. I've expressed this quite a few times. However, it's necessary to know through serving one's self, we allow ourselves the energetic expression and ability to open up and serve all. It allows us to expand, heal, recognize our own abundance, our own freedom, and align ourselves with this now moment. Once again, you free yourself, forgive yourself, you unconditionally love yourself. And this is where you free all, you forgive all. This is the foundation of our freedom. Once again, this is all the graphic illusion that we're all experiencing as manifestations of Prime Creator here in the physical. We cultivate these frequencies of being within ourselves, and through that ability, through that sense of presence, we're able to share these frequencies with reflections of self throughout the hologram. Once again, as source is something that we embrace within ourselves, and then we have that energy to share. Yes, selfishness on certain levels, very healthy, very healthy. Yes, of course, in programming, all selfishness is a bad thing. But once again, this is the ego mind's distortion of the nature of selfishness, when in actuality, self-love is the foundation of all love, which is the energy that we have to share and express with all expressions of ourselves or reflections of creation. So let's get into it. Service is unconditional. Unconditional. Service is not, well, let me expand on the unconditional nature of service. And this is service in its purest form. The sun shines unconditionally. The trees express oxygen and blossom, flowers and beauty and color and hue to our environment unconditionally. The wind blows so we can experience our own essence unconditionally. This love is unconditional. You get the point. It's for free. It's the nature of freedom. Once again, love in its essence, our love, our service, that which we have to share with ourselves, our love will never ever return void. So once again, during the harvest, during the expression of our love, focusing on returns are basically distractions to the pure essence of the love that we're here to share. It's a distraction. Let it go. Don't worry about receiving anything. Embrace what's going on now and be more effective and efficient and abundant in the nature of your service, the nature of your vibrancy. Service is not dependent on the illusion. What I mean by that is serving is not about who's paying attention. It's not about how many people are looking. It's not about if you, or the mind's activity and feeling as if you need to focus on attempting to get people who you feel need to hear what you're saying or hear what you're doing to pay attention. That's not your work. Your work is to serve and to continue to serve and cultivate. Once again, in divine order, life is intelligent. When a person needs to hear something, they'll hear it when it's necessary. When your work is ready for an individual to embrace, they will see it in divine order versus you attempting to make them see it when you want them to see it. This is the mind's activity. You let that go and you focus on continuing to be of service and embrace your work. Service is a gift and an honor. A gift and an honor, an expression of our love and abundance. It's an honor to serve. It's an honor to be here with you today, to speak, for you to actually pay attention, to invest energy in this expression and being a reflection of self. This is all honorable work, and once again, with that sense of humility and recognition, you embrace the gratitude of being able to express your love now, to be in present, to have the gifts of creativity and proactive creativity to express the nature of your presence and the divine blessings and expression of your love, which is your service. So, with deep wisdom, we express our service in abundance openly. We make it available. There's many who create on a daily basis, however, they're not necessarily interested or comfortable as of yet in making their service available to people. Once again, this is the mind's judgments and feeling as if you're not ready to express and share the beauty that is. You filter, you attempt to stop or not allow others to see what you're doing just based off of the strength of you judging your own creations and your own expressions. This is the ego mind. Your expressions are perfect now. You're God now, not later. Now is the nature of your perfection. So as you develop a sense of confidence in your spiritual maturity, you're able to embrace that which you're here to share and openly. And once again, this is from a space of spiritual maturity and divine wisdom. Divine wisdom knows that your unconditionally love and service is, it's not necessary to solicit. That means you make it available. However, it's not necessary to promote it or attempt to push people into seeing what it is that you're doing. You cultivate, you continue to create, give less energy into attempting to find ways to promote and campaign yourself to show people what you do. You continue to light the flame. You continue to expand the flame and the fire in the darkness. As the fire grows, creation has no choice but to pay attention. They have no choice but to see it. However, this is a natural thing and something that happens by nature and not necessarily through force or attempting to adjust or manipulate anything outside of yourself. You allow that freedom and creativity, your flame, your inspiration, your fire to expand quite naturally, and you continue to focus on cultivating that which is your divine gifts of service that you're here to express. So, beyond creative definition, or beyond definition as far as creativity, and I say this because there's a lot of people say, well, I don't sing, I don't write, I don't rap, I don't dance, I don't this, that, and the third, my corn phrase. There's a lot of people who say that. However, your divine gifts and purpose and your service here is beyond logical comprehension or analysis. This is to say, it's not necessarily about you attempting to find a functional way of expressing your creativity and your services. It's about you doing what you love. You start here. You start with doing what you love. Some people just enjoy walking in nature, hugging trees, acknowledging the flowers and vegetation, acknowledging life itself. Some people love to do that. It brings them, and this is one indication. One indication of that is when you're in a space that moves you beyond space and time. These are activities that you embrace that move you away from the space-time construct, where this is the feeling of not knowing what time it is or how much time went by. You're in a space of presence, not knowing what's going on or how long you've been doing what you're doing or where you at. You're just present. This is that space of equilibrium, and this is where you exist beyond space and time. This is a clear indication that you're doing something that is within your purpose. The things that bring you out of time, like you enjoy doing these things so much. It's like a labor of love. Like when I make music, just for an example, when I make music, I could spend a good 4, 5, 6 hours in front of a computer without eating, drinking, or thinking about anything. When I'm in a meditation, sometimes I'm not breathing very little. However, when I'm doing these things, I do them and I'm unaware of time and space. I'm present. I'm completely present and unaware of the linear illusion and its construct. This is where I'm completely present and in the now moment, like now. And when you're here within your equilibrium, this is a clear indication of you being totally present and embracing the activity that's in alignment with your nature, because there's no thinking. This is a moving meditation. For example, my man Team, when he gets up in the morning, he goes running quite often. When he runs, he's not thinking about anything. He's there. And this is a form of meditation for him. It's a moving meditation because, once again, you're completely present. You're not thinking about anything. This is when you're beyond the illusion, beyond the distractions of mind activity, and being totally engaged in the blessing of life itself. So, all of that is to say this: for those who still feel as if, oh, I don't have anything to share, I'm not creative, let that go. Start with what you love. Start with following your excitement, going about your day, doing the things that you want to do versus the things that you feel you have to do. This is where you embrace a sense of clarity and wisdom and equilibrium, where you're allowing yourself to be guided into the things necessary for you to align more, to awaken and expand more. Because a very deep aspect of awakening comes with the more proactive aspects of services. It takes some time, or quite some time, or experiences and unfoldments for people to realize the proactive activities that they can get up every day and do as a service to humanity. As you expand and mature more, you come into realization of these things. So once again, it's not about stating what you don't have or don't know what to do. It's about being present and following your heart and allowing yourself to be guided to realize what's necessary. So, peaceful presence is a form of service. It's being present. Like, sometimes you're in a circumstance or around a group of people, and there's a lot of chaos and confusion and talking loud and tripping, right? And there's always a couple people who are calm and just there. They aren't shaken, unmovable, present, completely engaged. These are the foundations or the lighthouses of stability and clarity amongst these collectives of people who are entertaining chaos. Fear is very, very loud and chaotic and a lot of disarray. And at the end of the day, peace is the home of infinite intelligence. This is the awareness or the reflection of wisdom embodied. Just being present, just being there, beyond all the talking, all the riffraff. And a lot of times, just being in this frequency, naturally people look to you for quote unquote answers for what to do next. Because you're calm and there's a sense of confidence in knowing that everything is okay. This is a form of service. Just being, a lot of times that wisdom of just being present is serving more than you could ever imagine. Just being present and here is boundless, timeless in nature, and priceless in nature. So in service, there's purpose. In service, there's purpose. There's no greater experience or frequency of being than a soul who knows and has a sense of purpose. Through service is purpose. When you get up every day and you know why you're in a human body, you're aware of who we are as your angelic guardians being with you. You know what you're here to do. You have no choice but to smile. Yeah, temporary emotional experiences and chaos may manifest from time to time. However, that purpose is eternal. And when you know it and you embrace it, there's nothing really to worry about. This is about doing what you love and loving what you do, the labor of love. And with this, the heart never gets tired. I can do what I love all day. So can you. However, as we refine and align with our sense of presence, our sense of awareness and being, and the nature of our existence here on planet Earth and serving the light, we can experience these frequencies in great abundance and divine expansion and realizing the nature of our glory. Once again, this is the nature of service. That is my talking portion. And now I'll pass it over to the brother Amun and see what we got going on. What's up, man?
Oh man, I think someone had a question. Where would it go? Oh, Carrie wants to tell you she loves your beautiful smile.
Oh, what about Swamp? What about Team?
I know, right? It's because I got on a black shirt, right?
You got on that Black Lives Matter shirt.
So you don't love me, Carrie? Alright. Oh, God. Who was it? Ronald Peter says, I can read on the TV screen. What am I doing? Can you touch on put time in working with oneself versus self-preservation?
You say it one more time.
Can you touch on put time in working with oneself versus self-preservation? And basically probably means comparison maybe of working on yourself, and self-preservation basically I see that as not working on yourself because of some fear of something. I'm going to assume it. Am I going in the right direction, Ronald? Help me out.
I feel you on that. I mean, at the end of the day, you're always taken care of. Yes, of course, intuitively, there's things to do, right? We're here in the physical illusion. I got to pay this bill today. I got to go to the gym and eat this and eat that. These are all intuitive things that kind of come by naturally. As far as analysis of what's necessary and attempting to balance out or percentages of what you need to do at this time and that time, or how much of the day you need to do one particular thing. This is all analysis. Once again, and embracing a more intuitive lifestyle, it's about being present. Intuitively, you know what's necessary now. Now is the most important thing that's going on. Now you know what's necessary for you, intuitively. Of course, if you're hungry, you eat. If you're thirsty, you drink. If something's on the table and it's hot, you take care of that. Right? It's quite simple. Once again, the more sensitive you are, the more you're aware of the constant guidance being provided by, once again, who we are, the angelic guardians. Like, once again, we're there. And I speak from a collective standpoint, and knowing that as you continue to ground yourself, you're always being guided. And the inner urgings that you feel from the intuition, not from fear, but from a sense of presence, the inner urges that you feel at any given moment, these are the indications of what's necessary now. We're dealing with a huge experience with many, many vast aspects. So once again, with the intuitive sense of presence and being, you're going to be guided to all these different parts at sporadic times, time-space crossings in the now moment, and the one you're guided to embrace, excuse me, at the present moment is the one that's most necessary and the most important at present. So digress, know that everything that you're doing, you're supposed to do, and what's most necessary is what's necessary now. And once again, intuitively know this.
Carrie's earlier question was, how are you finding the current energies? She feels lighter and much more joyful, and need no reason to laugh, or it's kind of like a natural state.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you, Carrie. I mean, I guess it's basically how you feel about yourself. Some people need certain things to uplift themselves, to motivate themselves. Some people need to drink something, some people need to smoke something, some people need to hang around certain people. But basically, you're not finding anything. You got it. You're the one that's radiating that energy. You're not finding nothing. You wasn't looking for nothing, but you feel good, right? By choice, of course. This is how I feel. Mm-hmm. natural high. We like to call it a natural high. Natural buzz. Just natural. I don't like to run, but I get up every morning and I go running. Not every morning, but close enough.
I'm finding the present energy is quite beautiful, Carrie. Every day there's more blessings and more of a sense of radiance and vibrance throughout my experience. And I welcome them with great humility and gratitude every day. And we can, once again, welcome the photonic light that's increasing on a daily basis here on planet Earth. Once again, I do wish to reiterate that the frequency of this now moment is a frequency that humanity has not experienced in many, many thousands of years. The level and potency of the photonic light within this dimension on the surface of planet Earth is greater than any point throughout this entire ascension transition. Like right now, this is the highest frequency that humanity has experienced in many thousands of years. So once again, your sense of presence and radiance and your consciousness and awareness of the nature of your focus is most necessary and should be appreciated. So once again, that awareness is quite beautiful. I find it most amazing to be here. What else you got, bro?
Charles from Texas is asking, can you speak on cultivating a peaceful presence?
Don't mess with Texas.
That's peace.
Absolutely. So, greetings, Charles. Cultivating a peaceful presence has always been about grounding. Grounding of the nature of that cultivation is basically about getting out of here and back into here. The voice of the ego mind can be quite vicious. And it takes a delicate sense of presence and allowance and acceptance to calm that. You're not fighting it, you're not attempting to force it. You allow it. And the more delicate that you are with yourself, the more gentle you are with yourself, the more graceful such an experience manifests itself within your reality. This goes back to being present. And being present is about living that intuitive lifestyle. And living that intuitive lifestyle is about following your joy, doing what you feel like doing in this now moment. If you feel like making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, go make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. If you feel like going outside and taking a walk or sitting on the porch or drinking a glass of lemonade, do that. And then whatever comes next, whatever excites you next, you feel like writing a journal or a poem or writing a song or dancing or singing or painting, you do that. Each and every moment you do what you enjoy doing and you let go of this activity. The more you let go of this activity, the more sensitive you become to what's going on here. What's going on here is infinitely intelligent in alignment with the nature of who you are as God. This is what's necessary. And the more you do this, the more it just flows. Once again, there's things that's going to happen and things you have to take care of. As who's made that statement earlier? See, I'm in the moment too much. I don't even remember. So there's things that come up, and you're going to take care of that when it's necessary. Not out of fear, but just I have to do this. It's here. Some work is being presented. Hey, you need to do this. It's being presented to you. However, these are moments. These are moments throughout your experience. However, outside of that, there's only now and embracing what's necessary for you at the present moment. This is how you stay in alignment and in tune with who you are as infinite intelligence expressed in the physical here within this hologram. It's as simple as that. This is how you cultivate that sense of presence. Ooh.
Let me get it right this time. Peace, Maldisa.
You messed up on that.
I got it right this time. I pronounced A before U. Let me see. Thanks for everybody that's sharing so far. Yeah, that was better? All right. I'm going to get it eventually. Got somebody showing up. Yeah. Got somebody showing up real quick. Yeah, anybody got any stories, anything that's going on in their life right now? Not that we like trying to counsel you or anything like that, but I don't know. Share some peace. Share some happiness with us right now. We're still here. We're done with the main seminar portion. Now we want to hear from you and give you time to say something, right? We're tired of talking already. I want to hear from you guys. And hold on. Derek wrote something. Well, Mr. Derek is having going through something right now. Mm-hmm. I would say it's purposeful, even though, yes, Derek, I know it sucks. Trust me, we've been there as well. But I still like to put it in the same array as build and destroy, or destroy and build. you have to break some things down in your life for you to realize the path that you're going, or not even necessarily the path, but these certain things are supposed to happen. Black C's just walked in. Black Corey. He changed his name, by the way. Yeah, but I'm looking at two different screens. How many people put on these screens? Anyway, we got to go through some things here. We all going through some things. We all will continue to go through things. I say the main lesson from this is you learn. Are you learning something from it? Basically.
What's going on?
He's recently moved to California, got in a car wreck, and might be facing some jail time. And he's like, what the heck is going on with his life? And, you know, he feels that he put so much work in his ground, and it seems like everything's going backwards. Mm-hmm. And more of this feeling is ups and downs. I wouldn't say it's going backwards. The ups and downs, yes. Just like if you in a lake. If the lake is just standing still, basically, there's no energy there. It's just there. Those waves have to move. You can tell something is flowing. Your life is flowing. Might not be how you think it should be right now, but you can also, change that flow as well.
So, Derek, welcome to Cali. The alignment of your journey is perfect. Of course, you're not going backwards. This is a renovation of your entire presence. Yes, you just got there. As far as maybe facing some jail time, this is not for you to say, and definitely not what you actually want. I wouldn't even state that. There's an experience taking place, and it's necessary for you to be open to what's unfolding. However, never is it beneficial for us to project something that we don't prefer. It's not what you prefer, so let that go. However, once again, a plane only flies with the winds of resistance. It's the only way it takes off. And you're taking off. You're doing what's necessary. A lot of times, and as he stated before, so eloquently, the waters of captain sails are never calm. They're always going to be rocky and wavy. However, that's how he becomes a proficient captain. So understand, you're going through a grooming process. You're being groomed to embrace a sense of stability. We talked about that before. Things are going to take place. However, your sense of presence, your sense of calm without projecting and assuming the worst. And even if you're always taken care of, you're talking about the angelic realms. There's nothing here or throughout the multiverse that can stop you from doing what you came here to do. Period. So relax. There's some things taking place. Accept them for what they are. Regardless of what happens, you're okay. Just start from there. You're okay. Just in all seriousness, you're okay. All right? Relax. Go with the flow. Allow the experience to carry you wherever's carrying you. However, remain open and calm. Fear, worry, doubt, concern. This never helps anything. This is an unwise investment in imagination. So once again, we're okay. You're strong enough to deal with it whatever unfolds. It's only reflective of you being the man for the job.
Yes.
Oh. Hi, Roxana. You're welcome. Thanks for tuning in.
That was Black Corey, by the way. You ain't see this. Yeah, watch out. Don't leave your drink. Lauren. I would would like to see me some pictures of this wild dog. Is it like half wolf or something? That's my style right there. But my favorite animal, I have no idea. I like all animals. As you see in the background, we got some fish. I don't know how many, but they cool. And their energy just radiates when we up in here doing music or just chilling. You can tell that they're very, very active fish. And they just know. I don't know. But I don't know if you know, I had a lizard. Her name was Ya, because I didn't know if it was a girl or a boy until we found out she was a girl. Someone else found out for us. But she was about this big when I got her. And when she died, she was about as big as this tablet. She just died last year. She was with us through all our shows that we went to. Everybody loved her. The kids, parents, the police, everybody loved her. That was the Ya. So that was my favorite animal. She was my roommate. I didn't keep her in a terrarium. I just let her walk around the house, do what she does. When she gets hungry, she just pops out of nowhere and looks hungry, basically. What's your favorite animal? Your favorite animal?
I am very fond of German Shepherds, just based off their intelligence and their loving nature, especially if you get them as a puppy. So kind of thinking about getting my daughter one of those here in the next couple of years when she learns more responsibility. So, but right now her life is hectic with gymnastics, so I'll give her some time to get into that and then think about getting her a pet. But fish, I definitely love fish. Cause I'm a water person, you know what I mean? So, so to have an aquarium at the house would be pretty nice. I love coming over here and checking out their aquarium as the fish right now are active.
So never feed the fish, though.
Huh? Hey, you don't want to feed them too much. You know, might get mad. You fed them too much, now they're getting too big for the tank. But yeah. Romero Lauren, hello, back to you. Thanks for tuning in.
Somebody said something. Roxanne, it's a pleasure, C's.
Overseas. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Not Black Forest, overseas. Thank you, Roxana.
Romero wants y'all hats, yo.
Huh? Want those
What's
hats?
up, Pam? I hope you're feeling better.
Oh yeah. Hi, Pam.
What up, P?
What's up? Anybody else got anything going on? We here. We're not answering questions. We're just
Call me
talking.
Flower. Okay.
Flower. That's what it is. Getting there. You on the way? I thought you were staying at home. Well, I guess we can basically tell you what we kind of been up to lately. We've been reshifting some things or whatever in our own personal lives and our artistic lives, and it's a fun experience. I really love what we do as a band of brothers or whatever. Sometimes we don't know what we're doing, but we know what we're doing. That's the cool part. And as Vel said, you kind of just like let it flow and know that you are taken care of because you are the one that's taking care of you. So why would you fail yourself, right?
Yes, sir. Are there any more questions on service? Any more questions in general?
Oh yeah, Carrie did tell me something about some telepathy experience she had. She made some dude eat some biscuits. Cause a co-worker.
Pause. Go ahead, son.
What was it? I remember the story. She was at work. Pause.
Yeah.
And I guess this dude was being annoying or something, or I can't remember exactly what it was. But she was just thinking to herself, like, go and get some cookies. Go and get some cookies. And she was like 10 minutes later, he got up and he got the biscuits. Like, you know, biscuits or cookies over there.
Oh, okay.
So did you have him go get him for her? Oh, wow.
Go get the cookies.
Hey,
yo, big up, big love, Will.
yeah, thank you, Will. Yeah, get your crew together, man. The more the merrier. Worldwide, baby.
Pam says she on the way. Hurry up, Pam. We'll be done, man. You have to make your peanut butter jelly sandwich by the time you get here.
And that G4 hat.
Let's see, what else we got? Biscuits. Don't make me get no biscuits, Carol. Carol.
Send biscuits.
I'll eat a whole box of biscuits.
Oh, snap.
You gotta send us a voice message asking someone to go get the biscuits in that British accent.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Go get the biscuits.
We'll end up putting it in one of these songs. Give us the audio.
Oh, that's tight. G4 starter jacket.
Oh,
Yeah, that'd be hot.
kaboom!
She stepped in the room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, G4 starter jacket. Oh, that'd be ill.
That'd be hard.
Yeah, rock that, Derek. Shoot, put that on the map. But I have this to ask. What's up, Romero? Or Flower? I'm sorry,
Flower, man.
Flower.
All right, so we're gonna go on for about 3.5 more minutes,
I think Flower's gonna
unless
ask questions, man.
you guys have any more questions or
Yeah, Flower's gonna
any more cool stories
Yeah,
or whatever.
she can't do it yet. She laughing.
He took the biscuit, huh?
If someone gives up their life to service and forgets their own life.
You're not forgetting your life.
Well, understand something. The glory that you're here to experience does not require thought because it's already been created. You're here to experience the beauty that's beyond the mind's capabilities and capacity to understand, or even picture, or imagine, or positively think or project about. You're here to experience that. So there's nothing to think about. When you serve, and that service becomes reciprocal and a natural aspect of your existence where you're constantly experiencing more and more blessings on a daily basis. That's beyond thought patterns. That's beyond anything you could ever imagine. So once again, as far as the beauty of your experience, there's nothing for you to think about. So your service is your priority. That's it. And as long as you serve, you can, I mean, and it's not necessarily dependent on your service, but the more you serve, the more you're taken care of. I tell myself every day when I wake up in the morning and I'm excited about the new day, that I inspire to work as hard as my angels are working for me. Once again, here within the angelic realms, we are constant in shifting, maneuvering, and absolutely creating the most beautiful experience with all that is necessary for you to embrace and assist you with in your services. All the tools that you need to continue forward in the most grace. They're constantly being developed, even during your sleep. Metaphorically, you wake up to a breakfast in bed of tools and energies that you need to move forward throughout your day. That's because these were being prepared during your sleep. Because who we are of the angelic realms work consistently, consistently. The work does not stop. And there's an endless abundance of energy amongst our collective in continuing to make sure your path is the most graceful, gracious, and beautiful experience that you can ever experience. Once again, we're talking about the last human incarnate or lifetime or a culmination of all the human lives that you've ever experienced on this planet in a human body. This is the cherry on top. This life right here, this is the cherry on top. So understand, this lifetime goes into the Akashic records as the precipice of your human experience. So understand, you're more, extremely more taken care of than you could ever imagine. And this experience is most glorious, where you are physically walking back into the heavenly realms in this now moment. There's nothing to think about. There's only more service. Inspired to work that hard and be in gratitude for the hard work that's being done on your behalf. Spend less time on requesting for help and more time on saying thank you for the help that's already being provided. Because the help is already being provided before you fix your tongue to ask for it. Remember, we're time travelers. We know exactly what's going on 1, 10, 15, 20, 30, 3, 4, 5 days into the future of this now moment. We know exactly what's happening. It's only necessary for you to be present and be open and accept that you're being assisted. Gratitude. Allow that to be the mantra.
Thanks for everybody that just tuned in. Erna, and I want to say Ferris tuned in. And I think one more person tuned in too while you were speaking. So thank you very much. Welcome.
As I just posted, I would like you all to answer Pam's question. We could do it, but I'm sure there's like many different answers to that question.
The service of the light worker? Yeah, well, team had it right. Now it's your turn to answer some questions. What is the service of a light worker? Let's get some 2-3 word answers in our comment section real quick. From all those in service to the light.
And I'll play a little quick song while you guys let that simmer.
We'll read through it when the song is over.
This is Knife Cloud by Universal Brothers.
This is a song recorded providing service by Amon and Lavelle.
So you probably gotta go back.
Yeah, we had like a little you got some of these, and then they drop.
I do this for the what? How, when, where, who? The universe shows you. Frequencies, secret realm, verbalized on the real, call it what you want. It's show and tell. I spoke of how
You did? Yeah.
I took you into you, rich you with us. We always went deep, turned out. Took a minute for the image to look out the house. Yeah, up the coastline, looking at the birds fly. High, cruising to the sunshine. Bless, I think it's something manifest. You know, now be a miracle. You heard, still on cloud. I don't ever expect me to come down. Come down. Yeah, true life. I am this and that and that too. All that was is in the review. Ready for like gift. I'm talking gold. I'm ready for one bed. Get jointed in the liquid age of a current. You say
I'll tell you about it.
Put myself on black. What is in the Persian Gulf? Yeah. And we have my German sunshine.
I saw Karina at the Warehouse.
Great highs and
And she was like,
keep
yeah,
rocking till the
you got
just so you know.
She's like, yeah, what
You
was
see me
but
swapping
he
out
just
for
say your mama or whatever, or she's
just real roll. Sometimes you ain't what is how we did. Seen the love right that you cooking with it. Nothing you much fly. High, cruising to the sunshine. Come down. Sunday on vacation, you know what I mean? Lay back, cruising, you know how we doing it. We grew some brothers and sisters, big up to all the homies. All the queens too.
Well, they answered the question.
Yeah, we got some answers.
Wow. So we back. What's up, Angel, yo? We ain't got no nice crib, man. Let me see, talking all that stuff.
Who, Angela now?
Yeah, Angel.
Yo!
Just bros.
Triple A?
It looked like we got a lot of answers for you, Pam. I mean, pretty clear and precise. I'm not here to judge what I'm seeing. I'm just scanning through it. But I hope you got a lot of answers because, like I said, it's better to get more point of views than asking me or asking Corey or asking AZ or whatever. Get a nice array of what everybody else feels about it. And we got all kind of answers. I mean, just an abundance. Males talking about self-love. Romero was talking about be the light. They were talking about presence. William, external love, expression, and form. The shining beacon and all kind of good stuff.
Hey.
We got Jeff up in here.
Something good?
It is what it is, man.
What's up? Good? Yeah.
Yeah, so we got a lot of answers for you, man. Or they have a lot of answers for you, man. Angel's asking what we doing. You know what we doing, Angel? We do what we always do, man.
Yeah.
I need to show you the world map of Everest on the wall, man. It's real tight. So I might take the camera around and show you real quick. Show out a little bit. But let me see what we got. Alyssa, you have the knowledge, the understanding, and yes, the wisdom to open your hearts to embrace and feel the divine love encircling the planet and to intensify its effects by engaging in every situation. See more.
So hold up, Pam, the foundational duties, or the foundational duty of a light worker, if you will, is to hold the light and to shine the light of divine truth as a leader here on earth, and setting an example of what it is to be awakened, what it is to be an unconditionally loving being as a manifestation of the divine and spiritual maturity. There are all the creative aspects of your being that you have within you naturally that you are here to express. And there's an integrated aspect of your presence. However, a light worker is, in its contextual definition, a light worker. You shine the light of divine truth through your presence and internal confidence in embracing the truth of your essence within, which in actuality radiates beyond contextual definition. So once again, through you following your heart as you do and as you express to me, it's quite clear that you are a light worker. So once again, embrace that and allow intuition to unfold the more in-depth nature of your light worker presence or your light work here on planet Earth amongst humanity. Love.
Thanks for the explanation.
Yo. You got any more questions?
Any views on the Manchester unfortunate event that took place a few days ago?
22 and
Yeah.
all the 22s, 3D,
And the female,
math, reality, yeah.
with the 22 people killed and
Yeah.
the female.
Yeah, you know, there's the light code 22 is if you look according to the angelics, twos are always portals into new experiences, and of course two representing the energy of duality, the initial separation from the one. The dark conducted rituals with similar geometric or similar numerology and geometric structure. However, they do it from a distorted place of being and attempting to mock what we express and do here in the divine. They have their own sacred rituals and attempting to harness dark dualistic energy, and this is where the 22s come from. There is not a whole lot more depth to that, and in actuality, even with that being the case, it's still within the illusion of ignorance. So yes, they do conduct these type of rituals for sacred purposes of their own. However, once again, these are desperate attempts to stall what's already taken place, which is basically the awakening of humanity, and they use these events to basically create a wave of attention on death and destruction, which is in actuality the distorted investment of humanity's energy. We've been dealing with death and destruction quite a bit over the 13,000 year linear cycle, and now this doesn't necessarily deserve any of your attention. This is not to say death is to be ignored. We embrace the souls for their services and the natural transitions that they make in the way that they make them. However, as the light and being alive and awakened, your work and healing, it takes place in you living and focusing on the truth beyond the illusion. So I'm aware of that on a deep level. However, once again, your wisdom isn't existing beyond the chaos and dramas that continue to be popularized and promoted amongst humanity. These things receive the most attention from unawakened souls. So, let it go. Any more questions?
Not right now. If everyone, I want to make a special request to give, send a lot of love and light to Lisa's mother. They like family. Everybody's like family. Even you, Maldisa. I can't say your name right, but everybody's family on here, so let's radiate some love to this special woman or whatever. And let me see. Y'all have any? Okay. We should probably ask them questions. How about that?
Okay.
I ain't in class.
Mm-hmm. So
Let me see. What am I just talking about?
It's talking about doing readings on herself and always being told that she can help the souls, the past. Yeah.
How about you elaborate more on what you're saying, Mardisa? I mean, it's not that I don't understand you. Just tell us more
What's
about
going
it.
on?
Just tell us more
What's
about
she saying
it.
so far?
She says she do angel readings on herself quite often, and she often is told that now you can help souls who died suddenly and left fragments of loved ones. I mean, this comes up almost every time I do a reading on myself. I don't know how to fulfill this.
Know how. Know how. Know how. This is a product of logical analysis. Know-hows are logical explanations. This work is always intuitive and beyond logic. You're dealing with spirit, infinite intelligence. It's not to be analyzed. Your intent to do the work allows you to do the work. So, relax. If that's what you're getting, let it be. Go with the flow. Even the continual angelic readings on yourself is reflective of a sense of unassurance. Your confidence is in knowing what's taking place now versus attempting to continue to be reconfirmed over and over again as to the nature of your work. You do the reading, you let it go. It's not necessary to continue to do them, and it's definitely not necessary for you to entertain the mind's attempt to figure out how to do what you're basically being guided to do. Intuition, more grounding, more presence and acceptance. Yeah, once again, there was a phase in my experience as well, in attempting to overly reassure myself through readings and tarot cards and pendulums and crystals and meditations, and we attempt to use these tools to ask and try to confirm that which we already know. However, we only become active when we put them down and move into the active work of doing and trusting the now moment. This is where we become activated. It could be a crutch to have these tools and continue to hold on to them and continue to reconfirm over and over again what you already know, what's been expressed already. Let it go. You embrace it, let it go. Yes, you can revisit and embrace the tools as you're intuitively guided, but if you entertain the mind enough, it's going to continue. Like you go to cards and all these other tools and pendulums every day, checking and reassessing your chakras, and is it open, is it closed, am I doing this right, am I doing that? Peace is the truth, and this is chaos. Relax.
Thank you, Mel, for answering Flower's question on when his first contact. Mel states that we are the first contact. There is only now.
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree with that expression of light. That's right. And another question he got for me.
This is Jackie. Did I say this right? All is within, so to speak. Tell me a little bit more about that, Jackie. Tell me about me.
Tell me about it, Jack.
While we sit here and wait for that, I think C's Black Corey A&R got another track for you.
So on the basis of what we were just talking about, as far as guiding souls and helping souls, and just being a presence. This is a track titled Air Jordan, which Commander Ashtar recorded about almost a year ago now, after his little brother's passing. So this is a tribute to Jordan. So enjoy.
This one down the south side.
Yeah, my youngest
Just a moment ago, we was riding down the block to this. I know you still here. Ain't never no loss. We just make a transition, we keep it moving, bro. Yo, straight off stage and back out to the crib and get it cracking for a second.
Good, yeah? How you doing? Right? Recording that show. I had the studio yesterday. You know, game strings. Come in. Once the rest is over, you can see it in your skin. Back again. This age will make you lick your lips. Golden kids. I sleep so much, I'm turning tips. I'm turning lit. Turn down for what I'm turning lit. Private rocket, find the profit off the rocket ship. Quantum dip. Yo, I should call it chocolate. Chocolate king, golden dairy queen, so delicate. Big on raps and Sunday grips, and now they let you know it's under guardians of heaven. Cause it's sprinkling the soul is dusty. But so when the omnibus brushes on the evil, he say, I would buy you peace. Directly from the way out. By right now, ain't no down up in hyperspace. Till I bring it to the east. Ride like the sailor, we go up your head. Eat your rage, your mom will raise me. And my daddy made me to be the sugar for the shit. Expedition is the Trinity, expressing through my alchemy. Hip hop and remedies on this thing like Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah, I know. I try to keep it clean. Focus on scene, Jack, so sticky, got so rap. Country and cold flow, metal cat. It was got a diamond in the front, in the back. But a Cadillac is like that in hyperspace, boy, you crazy.
Send some beats. Matthias, whatever, want to send some beats.
Yeah.
Hey, Jordan. Hey. Yeah. Well, mama, she got me rich and rich. Zim. Universal sisters and brothers, y'all. Hey. Stay. Stellar.
Yep. You back up here. You know when you can send some beats at me?
Yeah.
I think Lavella's gonna contact you personally. Mateus. I'm bad with these M-names, man. Why would these M-names messing me up?
You can send them on Facebook actually. In the messenger. I get these via messenger sometimes. So Matthias, you can also send your beats to the Lavelle Zimmerman Messenger Facebook account. And we can also converse there about the nature of the productions and yeah, try to get some work in, man. Thank you for offering your services. It's a great blessing and honor to co-create with all of you.
And back to Jackie, great response to the response, basically. You said it just right. I just had something else on my mind. I can't remember what it was, though. Brain fart.
Don't worry, Will.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Will. You the only one. You the only one. I'm just saying, it's a big world. You never know what people listen. Sometimes you never know what we're gonna listen to up in here.
What's that?
He feels he's literally the only one listening to our music in Memphis.
Huh? Oh, well, yeah. Again, in due time. In due time. Once again, everything has its time and its place. However, as a fan of music, as a youth, I always was excited to be the first to be up on some type of music and share with your friends. So that's a great thing. At the end of the day, we all crew. So beyond no separation, we are Universal Brothers all over the world. Big shout out to Luke, mine, and Chirac, Derek, Detriment, and San Diego, Sam, and LA. Big up to Zim in Virginia. Angel, Hector, Arizona, Florida. Big up to Lover and Be More. All my dudes in New York, Jersey. Big shout out to Solo. What's up, Solo? Solo is visiting us from New Jersey. He's being incognito right now. He's visiting us from Jersey. He's crew out in Jersey. We just finished recording the track, matter of fact. So once again, the work is consistent and always manifesting itself. He's going back tomorrow. But once again, Universal Brothers and Sisters is not just a worldwide collective, but a collective of souls throughout the multiverse. So know this and embrace family. You dig?
Carrie, I need a favor. You telepathically send something to William to go promote the music in Memphis. And have him bring me some cookies. I want some biscuits. I want some biscuits. Come on, Carrie, hook us up. I need some biscuits in the house.
Oh, wow, Carrie. Thanks for sharing the video already, everybody out there. Appreciate it. More love, more service.
Let's see, we're at 117. You got anything to say, Jeff, man?
No? About service?
This is about service. I
Yeah,
know you got something to say.
all kinds of service.
I know you got something to say about
You can
service.
speak a
We're
couple
going to close it off with Jeff real quick,
No,
I guess.
It's all good.
Come on, Jeff.
There's nothing to say. It's just like
You know,
service.
you know,
Service. It depends on where, how, when. When you have to ask those 5 questions. Kind of like how I know that the 5 W's, I think, or something like that. When you have to ask those, then it opens up to a very wide spread of which direction are you going to take. It's always it's kind of like it's a heavy task just to do it as in this physical body. To serve exactly the way you wish to serve in your physical mind frame, or your physical frame, because the mind frame is like traveling so far, trying to serve in whatever way being taught. Like, for example, you guys talked about what happened in Manchester, I think, between the 2 deaths and all, and then I heard somebody talking about here, the president is now being able to kind of like not like talk with the souls, but be able to kind of like intercede for them, or be some kind of medium. It's still some way of service. So you have to look at that. You can't do it in the physical. You can't go to Manchester right now to go and start praying for souls, but you wish. From that one wish, you're already doing a service. From that one wish. That's what the kind of like the religious people will go into prayers. Some who have just that deep inner thought, they'll be like, okay, may the souls rest in perfect peace, that deep, honest way of talking about it, that's already you giving a service for whatever situation it is. And then, of course, that's service on another path. You know, melancholy, when it comes to happiness, it always has to do also with some other way of talking and all that. So there's several ways.
Let me share something real quick. You don't mind?
That was Jeff.
So, service is the nature of existence. And when we serve, we're talking about unconditional service. This is a way of being. It's a very natural, integrated way of being. The most abundant and wise of us know that love is abundant in supply. And with this abundance of love never runs out. There's no one that doesn't deserve your love. You serve, and you breathe, and you serve. It doesn't matter if it's a person on the block, your next door neighbor, your sister, your brother, a friend, somebody that you don't necessarily consciously know, however they are a reflection of self, you serve. That's the nature of your presence. This is an expression of your abundance and being God. This is who you are. This is what you're here to do. So once again, it's an intuitive activity that's constant. There's a lot of mental activity that take place to attempt to filter the nature of your service and who you should serve to and when and what a person's intentions are. You leave all that for the analysis. That stuff doesn't matter. When you see a person on the street, when you want to give them money or whatever the case may be, or give them change, give it to them. Don't think about if they work for the mafia or what they're going to do with the money and all that kind of stuff. These are all judgments. If a person is there and you have the opportunity to serve, you are blessed. Embrace the blessing and grace. Don't look for a return. You're not there for that. You're there to serve. You're not there to analyze the circumstances. You're there to serve. If you have a creative outlet, you serve. You embrace your creativity, you express it, and you give it. You give it because it's your blessing to the world. You're not interested in the money or the reciprocation of what you've done or what you're expressing. You're not even looking for a thank you, if you will. Once again, even the verbal reciprocation of your work is a blessing. That's not necessarily absolutely necessary. However, you're there to express it and embrace it for what it is. Serve. This is the nature of your presence.
Another lady coming in besides Jan?
So, once again, a great honor and pleasure to be here. That's right, Mel. Give regardless. It's not your work to analyze anything. You give regardless. If you have it, if you don't have it, self-preservation and so on and so forth. This is not necessary for you to analyze. Just know as you serve, you will continue to be taken care of beyond all analysis.
To answer Jackie's question, we are doing this weekly now. Or we still do it in 2 weeks?
We can do it weekly.
Yeah, since we're doing it from here. We're
doing it from here. So
we're going to do this weekly. We don't mind, coming together as the people and spreading some knowledge. So your request has been granted. And I think we probably should just be about to end it pretty soon. We still got people kind of showing up, of course, but we're going to continue just offline. So if you want to, you can holler at us through Universal Cafe or Lavelle Zimmerman or Amon or I forgot what C's name is.
Corey
It
Marshall.
ain't Black Corey.
No. It's Corey Marshall. That's official, okay? All right.
Corey Marshall. You can holler at him.
Right.
Corey Marshall.
Overseas, Black Corey, Hume Guy C's, A&R, Universal Brothers and Sisters.
So,
You guys.
yeah, did you have any questions? You might have some questions that people are interested in. If you don't mind.
I just had another visitor show up, so we're not closing that just yet.
Yeah.
Oh, we're live.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Everybody, this is Catherine. This is Catherine, everybody. Welcome her.
Hi, Catherine. I'm not an alcoholic.
Stupid.
Yeah, no doubt. So, we're talking about service today, and I want to assume you did have a question about service. Remember, you writing me something. What is your question?
Somebody speaking German,
Hmm? Yeah.
I'm listening, and I just need to go
I
along.
listen.
Might know.
Okay.
Speaking.
About especially.
We all speak. You
Yeah.
understand?
So standing feel about it's okay. But
Okay, so, actually, what are you guys doing?
Yeah. Oh,
that's your question.
that's it. Yeah, break it down. Break it down.
Yeah, well, basically, this is the nature of the Let's Build. It's basically addressing spiritual subject matters in a social setting. This is what this is about. We're basically, it's not about necessarily age group or demographic, but more so about the spiritual nature of awakening, and we discuss it in a social setting. So we have these discussions, and we call them Let's Builds.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Somebody says hello to you, Jackie.
Jackie says hello.
Hi to Catherine.
So, what do you mean when you talk about serving? Serving what or who first?
Well, at the end of the day, that's a very broad question, but I'll start from here. And we talked about this before as far as purpose, right? In life. The foundational purpose of our existence is not only to experience who we are as the creator, but we're also here to serve who we are as the creator. And we're talking about all reflections of self, all our reflections of who you are as the foundation of existence, yeah? And our service to ourselves is through our energy, through our creativity, and through our presence. So a lot of people have cultivated gifts, right? Like creative gifts and things of that nature. And there's also those who enjoy healing and sharing a particular energy amongst creation. And in your case, you said you enjoy going to nature and embracing all its aspects and sharing your sense of radiance amongst nature. That's a service. And that's a part of your purpose because that's something that you enjoy doing. Yeah, naturally. Yes, you got it? Is that a lot?
To understand you.
Yeah, okay.
But just don't care about me. I just be here and listen.
Yeah, okay. Like,
So, any more questions out there?
Anymore.
Feel free.
oh yeah.
Hey Bruce,
I like
what's
this
your
picture.
what's your
It used to be in a restaurant.
take on service? There, Bruce. Thanks for chiming in.
Our first one here at the house, so yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
All the chicken, all the whole,
No,
All the hall
Beer.
Y'all have
that's not chilling. Let it be. He said, "Let it be,
Let it
bro."
be.
What's the sense of life?
What's the sense of life? Okay.
What do you think it is?
There's a question mark.
Yeah.
Sense. Experience. And when you speak of sense, right? And I get this a lot. We say life doesn't make sense, love doesn't make sense. In actuality, it doesn't. Why? Because sense implies rationalization, explanation, and analysis. Life and love is not logical. So to the mind and its analysis, it won't make sense because it's attempting to recognize the nature of eternity. It's too much for the mind to comprehend. So no, there will be no sense of sense there. There's an intuitive sense of presence where you can feel the nature of your experience and what's going on here. However, it's a lot deeper than what can actually be logically recognized with the analytical mind. Yeah? So, if there are no further questions, it's 9:30, we're about an hour and a half into our seminar session conversation. And yeah, how y'all feel about it?
Oh, I apologize for my tardiness today.
Yeah,
But yeah, so I really love this topic that we got to discuss about service. Just for the fact that us here at the Ra and in this community of Wiesbaden in Germany, we continue to serve the light. And like my brother Commander Ashars, all of y'all like to call him out there, expressed to me a few days ago, basically saying that, the gift that you have naturally inside of you, everybody knows their gift, but a lot of people that maybe aren't awakened yet or don't know their sense or purpose in life, will block these natural abilities because they feel maybe others won't understand them, how they express themselves, or it's not going to pay the bills, or things of that nature. So just know that the actual divine gift that you have already been given when you were sent here to the hell planes to help others, when you utilize this gift from a place from your heart, basically, and just naturally giving it to others, that service will also in turn bring back the same love and the same energy that you put out with that gift. So I am very happy to be a part of a collective, of a conscious collective that are willing and continue to serve in the light, so that way we can represent the new earth and bring it upon through a state of peace and happiness for all. So I thank each and every y'all for tuning in. I think we got something special planned for the next Let's Build, which I believe should be in the next 2 weeks. Are we going 2 weeks?
We do it weekly.
Yeah. So I saw that you guys out there had a request. I think it was Jackie saying that if we could do this weekly, we do live shows weekly? So if we're going to go do it weekly, then we'll do it weekly. The next one, I kind of would like to give you guys, I guess, their own way of choosing the topic. I think we were talking about the poll before. So I'm going to create a poll over the weekend and push it out. And you guys can chime in on the Universal Cafe page, or express yourself to me or Lavelle or Aman and any other people in the group, and let us know what would you like to discuss at the next Let's Build. And from there, we will choose a topic or two that was from a broad consensus from everybody that chose to chime in on the poll. All right, so we'll bring that up this next Let's Build. So stay tuned, and love you all. Yeah.
And we're going to tune out. Of course, we got the theme song for the ride. Talk to y'all later, next week, whenever. Feel like you writing.
All right, hey.
Yeah. I'm checking your shit in here.
Oh, you didn't write me. I'm sorry. I was just
Somebody else is
Yeah, of course.
No.
No, yeah, we're natural. We can go outside.
It's better to go pee outside.
All right, well, I got a job to do now. Hey, do you know Trader Paul on Facebook? Did that already have one of those, right?
Okay, they got a lot of them.
All right.
There's a lot of them. So polls, surveys, all kinds of stuff.
So do we want to choose topics and then put them out there, or do we want to just wait for them to chime in?
Throw some suggestions out.
Okay, so what how about I just post something on the cafe page, giving everybody a couple days to come up with topics, and then from there I can create a poll, and then just push that out by Sunday or Monday, and then give everybody a news flyer, push it out like Monday, Tuesday, so Thursday. Still doing it Thursday or Wednesday.
That brings in some work. Brings in some work. Yes. Because if you have to like a
Mel asked me for a house tour.
Can't get that to you just yet. That's top secret.
When the topic comes into truth, it's going to be a problem. And then the others.
Yeah, it keeps going on and on. That was, it sets our topics up for the next 2 months if you want. So yeah, I think that's a good idea. Because we're always coming up with topics, and I want them to come up with topics. The meeting, and then we'll discuss what type of topic the next one, and then I go home. Then they have time. So I go home and make my life, and then I push it out, and they say yeah, or they like it, or no, that's good. And then from there I push it out to the group. So we might try to do a house discussion. So we're going to tour the house. Oh, I got to go with it. We don't have to really discuss that. We'll bring it up. By that time, I would already have information. Stuff like that. Then I can come up with the I've been, we normally use the prior. I spent 2 or 3 things the same they have a lot of free base for anything like flyers, social media stuff, postcards, letters, whatever.
No, peace, everybody. Thanks for tuning in once again. UBC, Universal Brothers and Sisters, Light Workers, all that good stuff. We out.